Good morning, everyone. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am intentionally filming this scrunchie, okay? It's kind of the point of today's video. I feel like the whole theme of my channel the last few months has been like Taylor working on Taylor. And it sounds cheesy and it's like one of those things that is like a bit cringe to me, but it shouldn't be, and I'm trying to work past that. And it was just World Mental Health Day yesterday, and I figured that this could be kind of like a fun video where I'm gonna share some tips and tricks that I've used these past few months to just kind of like, I don't know, reset myself. Or if I'm having an off day, like what are things that I like to do to work on Taylor, to do some self-care, to work on my mental health. And it's easy. Like we can do free things, we can do things that cost like a little penny, or it's just something as simple as like putting on real clothes. I've known this about myself for a while now, but environment and cleanliness or just appearance as far as like getting myself ready is so important to my mentality and making sure like I'm in a good mindset for the rest of the day. Let me show you my room, okay? Normally before I'd film, I'd clean this all up, but that's kind of the point. Stuff happening on the desk. I turn on a podcast like right when I wake up in the morning. Wall art like still not assembled, just like messy all around. I have a very hard time working in that kind of environment. I can't get myself in like a good headspace until the space around me is like nice and ready to work in. So that's step number one. We start with the simple things. Okay, we get up, we brush our teeth, we do our skincare, we moisturize. Let me tell you, living in Utah, I have never felt so dry. Every single moment of every single day, I'm applying lotion. I'm scrubbing my lips with Vaseline. That doesn't make any sense, but we're taking care of ourselves. We are buying Vaseline in barrels. But you know, we do the simple things, and it doesn't have to be the full skincare routine if you're not in the mood for it. Like you do your bare minimum. And sometimes that can be rewarded too. Like don't discredit the little stuff in your routine. We change out of our clothes, we put on something that's gonna make us feel confident or ready, or maybe at least like help you get into your next activity. I typically like to start my day with a morning walk, so I'll change straight from my pajamas into my morning workout clothes, so I am there, I'm ready, and I don't even have to question getting myself out the door because I'm already like prepped for the event. Depending on how hazardous my room looks, like what the construction site is like for the day, we'll do a little tidying up, okay? You don't need me to tell you to make your bed in the morning, okay? There is like full-on TED Talks about this. There is college speeches. There is science behind why making your bed first thing in the morning is so stinking important. It sets you up for the day. It gives you like one task that you know that you accomplished. If you did nothing else, at least at the end of the day, you came home to something that you know you did at the start of the day, makes your room look nicer, like instantly. All of a sudden you make your bed, you're like, wow, I have the cleanest room in the world. I might hang up some clothes. I usually have like 6 coffee mugs on my nightstand. We take them to the kitchen. We empty those out. We put things in the dishwasher right away. Now, all of this might sound a bit overwhelming, like I just listed off a whole chore list. We don't have to do all of these things. We can do one, we can do just a few, but start small. And sometimes like when you give yourself like a 5-minute timer and you just go in one room, you'll just get all the little things done that are kind of like tapping away at your brain, and then you'll feel so much better. I've been really trying to lean into my hunger cues lately, which is surprisingly way harder than I ever imagined. I don't like that you can, there we are, in the microwave. Sometimes I just catch myself though, like being influenced by the people around me, and if somebody's eating something that I don't even like, I'll just join in with them just because I'm bored. I don't know. I really try and listen to what I want to eat and how much I want to eat and when, etc. So I'm currently listening to my tummy grumble and rumble, and that calls for a Taylor special, AKA bowl of yogurt. Using cereal as my granola is my absolute favorite thing ever. If you've never tried it, perfect crunch. Perfect. I know it sounds so ridiculous to include something like breakfast as a self-care tip or listening to your hunger cues, but I know I've been in places in my life where even just like making a meal for myself is a really hard thing to do. So don't like skip over those little things in your day that are a part of your routine that, you know, sometimes deserve like a little bit of a celebration. Like, yeah, sometimes Getting out of bed is really freaking hard. Sometimes making yourself food is really freaking hard. So don't bypass that, you know? Like, pat yourself on the back when you need it and enjoy what will be a delicious bowl of yogurt at all hours of the day. I think there's like yogurt in my blood. Also, self-care is feeding your Oreo addiction whenever you want. Just try this flavor, dark chocolate flavored cream. She's not bad. Normally, I am a double stuffed princess. It's never not a good time for an Oreo, and I will stand by that statement.
No surprises here. Next up on our list, outdoor walk. This is like one of those things that's like crucial because I own a pet. We have to go on daily walks. But walking is the most mind-clearing activity that's also simultaneously so good for you mentally, physically, emotionally. I don't feel like I have a good day unless I go on a walk. Like if something happens where I can't go on a nice long walk, I'm just not in the best mood that I know that I can be in. Some days it's like, okay, I've got 10, 15 minutes, that's all we have time for. Other days, like I take my time, we'll go for an hour, we'll go on a nice long hike. Like that's kind of my priority lately, especially with all these fall colors. It's just stunning. Hey, is Mia the capital? What the heck is up? Look at this wild view though. People come up here for the Capitol, but they stay for the view. I am loving being like a Utah hype girl. I think it's so fun. And it's cute to like just have like school pride like for your state. Who can hear me talking about this right now? If I'm gonna be honest with you though, I don't really subscribe to like the hot girl walk thing. And it's not that I have any hate on it, it's just that I don't do it. There's kind of like a method, a science to a hot girl walk. And that just seems like too much of like an assignment to me, like too much of a chore, a task. I just kind of do like my hot podcast walk, I guess. I throw on some headphones, I listen to like my rotation of daily podcasts, walk as long as I want to. Sometimes I get like halfway through the walk and I'm like, I really want to turn around. I don't want to be out here anymore. That being said, just don't feel pressure to like just do what other people are doing just because it's the hot and trendy thing. You can go on a walk and it doesn't have to be like categorized as anything. Just walk.
Hi, what can we get for you?
Hi there, could I please do the Lola latte with soy milk?
Anything else?
That's all, thank you.
Sweet, we'll see you at the window.
Thank you. Hi.
The Lola with soy today?
Yes, please.
$5.50 for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Just got those couple. Try not to blind you.
You're so fine. This is my first time here. I wanted to ask about what this meant.
So normally we have customers' pets featured as pet of the week, but we've had a lot of people finally starting to be able to have adoptable pets up as
That's
featured.
so sweet.
Yeah, so Fiona's adoptable. She's very sweet.
She looks so
we're
cute.
We're hoping to have like QR codes eventually that you can scan and
That's
just
a good
like,
idea.
have all the info. But right now,
For
that's
sure.
all they gave us was phone numbers and emails.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're
That's
looking for a pet,
awesome.
hopefully
Spread the
we'll
word.
Yeah.
She's so cute. Thank you so much.
Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Thanks.
I'm such a sucker for things like this. This is Bajorn's Brew. It's a local coffee shop around here. I want to say they have 3 or 4 locations in the Salt Lake area, at least where I am. And I've always been curious about it. And it has this motto of drink coffee, save animals. And I think essentially they just do a lot of donations and they're always sponsoring different dogs, or as he just described, they have a dog that's up for adoption right now that they're trying to like promote. I could cry. So cute. Coffee smells delicious. I got their signature white chocolate latte with soy milk, of course, and a little shortbread cookie. Buying coffees is like one of those things that, you know, like you sit there and argue with yourself about. Like, do I go treat myself to a coffee? Do I make one at home and save money? Do I just avoid caffeine in general because I'm trying to like be a better person? I don't know. Honestly, as annoying as it sounds, sometimes like this is what I need as a pick-me-up. And it's not a fix-all, but sometimes it does the trick. And it's all you want and it's all you need in that moment. I'm all here for the little joys in life. Something like a little shortbread cookie on top of my coffee is a little joy in life. If there's one thing about me, I love shortbread. Also just love good hospitality. Like he was wonderful. That is stunning. Stunning! Looking ahead, no turning back. What you know about dreaming, dreaming. You don't really know about nothing. Waking up to the sky.
So I drove around to about 3 different parks trying to find a good place to hammock, and I couldn't find any trees that I thought could actually work. So instead, we're just gonna sit on it. So I guess one of the things that I kind of promised myself when I moved here was to stop talking about doing things and start actually doing them. And that's kind of where this tip kind of comes in. I kind of stopped reading for a really long time, and I stopped sitting outside for a really long time. I've had this hammock, I think, since middle school. It used to be one of my favorite things to do with my friends, and we would just all go to the park and like bring food, or we would all read together. It was really cute. But I just like, for some reason, somewhere along the way, like stopped doing things that I love. And it kind of feels like, you know, you don't have time for those things anymore. But of course I do. Like, I sit on my phone and I scroll TikTok for hours when I could be just reading, or I could prioritize sitting outside instead of sitting on the couch. It's just little tiny changes that I think have helped me a lot. And I also know I'm living in a city that has 4 seasons, and this sun and this 70-degree weather will be going away very soon. So I don't take advantage of it now, I will regret it. That was me being so courageous going to the movies by myself. I've had a Cinemark gift card for, I'm gonna say, like 3 years, and I never lived by any Cinemarks. And so I kind of just figured like this would be a good time to use it. And I've been really wanting to see Don't Worry Darling. I don't think it was as bad as some of the people that I've seen are saying, but you know what, like whatever, it was a good time. And sometimes like another tip is just like doing things by yourself even when you don't want to. It feels awkward at first and you feel like people are gonna judge you, but like, who's talking during a movie? First of all, rude. Second of all, I've been wanting to go, and it was $5 Tuesday. I went during the day, so it was even cheaper, and I got to do something fun that I've been wanting to do. Not always having to wait to do things with other people sometimes is like very liberating, although sometimes lonely. But I do feel like I've grown so much and just like learning to do things on my own, because there was a long period of time when I would never ever do things on my own. Throwback to when I went to see Harry Styles by myself and bought a ticket 2 hours before the concert started. That will still be like an iconic moment in my life for so long because it felt so stinking cool. This is not like that at all, but just like a fun lesson of life. Hey, so this is kind of on topic of stop saying you'll do something and actually just go out and do it. I was a competitive cheerleader for about 6 or 7 years. I miss it so much. I miss the team environment. I miss tumbling. I miss being in a gym. I miss just like the conditioning of it all. It was so exciting and so much stinking fun. And pretty much ever since I stopped, I've wanted to find a way to continue to tumble. Like, those are cool tricks that somehow my body learned to do, and I don't want to lose that. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't that good, but but it was fun. And when I was living in Seattle, I told myself I would find a place that I could go to, like an open gym or something, and just tumble around and have a good time. And I never did it. So when I moved to Salt Lake, one of the first things I put on my list of to-dos was to find a place that I could go to with some sort of class where I could just have fun with people kind of my age and just tumble again. And let me tell you, like, I was scared out of my mind the first time I walked into class, but I drove home with like the biggest little geeky smile on my face because I was just euphoric. I was so stinking happy that I was doing this for myself and I was tumbling. Like, it was so much fun. Like I said, I'm not good by any means, but it doesn't matter. I was just proud of myself for finally getting out there, doing something fun, doing something that was meaningful to me. And it was kind of like this weird little self-care practice, I guess. So with all of these tips in mind, if you have like that thing that you've been telling yourself you've wanted to do for you, going for fun because it's a hobby. Find that for yourself. Lean into those passions and don't just bypass them because you're too old or that stage of your life has passed or whatever excuse you may give yourself that I was doing. I hope that you kind of enjoyed this video, enjoyed watching me tumble along. We'll work on my passes. I'll work on my form. We'll see how good we can get. I might have a video kind of documenting the process soon, so we'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any good self-care practice tips, throw them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for being so loyal and fun and on this journey with me. Self-care 2022, baby. Love you. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.